How do you keep going when the worst thing has happened?
I have never been more alone. I have nothing. No one.
God, can't you see me? Can't you see me breathing? Look at me.
Hey, let me tell you something. There is hope, help. Oh, yes, there is a way out for you.
You're about to watch the only program that proves that the Word of God is still alive today, bringing you stories of life transformation.
My tumors were gone.
It's gone, completely gone.
Completely gone.
Word of faith.
The power of God to be manifested in your life.
Live counseling.
I try to kill myself.
And prayers for all areas of your life. Now live from New York City to all over America. The Showdown of Faith, a show of less talk and more power, with your host, Bishop Joshua Fonseca.
May the God of the Bible bless your life, and may He bless you this Monday and also the entire week. I know you have been through a lot. Perhaps the weekend was not good as usual. Problems after problems. You solve one problem, comes another one. It seems like your life is just to solve problems. But do not worry about. I have good news for you. The Lord said, weep may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Yes, rejoice, happiness, joy comes right in the morning. My co-host, Nori, is ready to receive your prayer request, your tears, especially in this Mother's Day that is coming up next weekend, next Sunday. We have seen, Nori, many mothers like this, crying, weeping, but the Lord has promised that rejoice will come in the morning. Hey, Nori.
Hello, Bishop Joshua, and hello to all the Showdown of Faith viewers, especially you mothers who are watching us. You can feel free to give us a call. You see the team of faith there in the helpline, and they're more than ready to answer your call, to take your prayer request, what you have been crying about. And once I do have your name and your prayer request on a prayer card just like this, maybe even the names of your children, once I do have it, it'll be placed here inside of the holy oil. The good number for all of you to dial right now to speak with one of the counselors, that number is 1-888-332-4141. You can also tell your friends, your loved ones to tune into the Showdown of Faith and to also reach out so they can receive the help that they need. We also have the number for the text message where you can send your prayer request that way if you prefer. That number is 1-888-312-4141. And for those of you who are watching us through social media, whether through Facebook, YouTube, you can feel free to leave your prayer request on the comments below. And we do want you to stay tuned until the end, because before the end of the program, Bishop Joshua will be praying for all of you.
I remember when I found out I was pregnant. It was such a beautiful day. I was so full of joy just knowing that there was a baby growing inside of me. It was a dream come true. I did everything I could for my baby by living a healthy life, doing things the right way. I have to admit that the first months weren't easy, but I managed to overcome every obstacle. I had to be strong, just like my mother taught me to be. But something happened that I never planned. When I was 7 months pregnant, I was rushed into the hospital. It's a day I'll never forget. The doctors said that they had to perform an emergency C-section, and I wasn't sure what was going on, and I thought everything was good. I thought I was going to have a normal pregnancy. I was going to birth my daughter, but after giving birth, I wasn't even able to see her until the next day. And that's a day I don't even want to remember. I saw her little body all full of tubes inside this incubator. She was so tiny and fragile. It's something I can never erase out of my mind. As I speak about this, it's been 4 years since I began to live here in the hospital. I say I live here in the hospital because my baby girl continues to have all these problems that no one can explain. Doctors can't figure out what's going on. No one can find a cure to help my baby. And I don't know what to do. I can't help her. I can't heal her. All I see is her crying in pain. And not to mention that I'm even a single mother. I feel so alone. Sometimes I feel like no one understands my pain.
That's right. Nobody understands your pain. Nobody understands, like your dream became a nightmare. That's the story of these two ladies, Vermalee and Ada. Both of them, their dreams became a nightmare. Vermalee, she lost her son. He was shot, killed, and she became depressed. Ada, she was raising her son inside of the church, and he became rebellious. You are going to watch today their stories. But now I say, they dried their tears. How? You are going to learn today how to dry your tears.
Today on the Showdown of Faith.
He went to a baby shower into the Bronx with my older daughter, and some guys went to the baby shower to rob. You know, you give the gift card. When he was robbing the table with the things, people, everybody's in there. My son was like in a corner with his sister, standing up, and the guy shooting like that. It's in my mind, I just want to kill the person and kill his mother. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it was in my mind. I just want to find them, or somebody tell me where they live, and I'm going to go and kill them.
He would hang out with people smoking marijuana, drinking pure vodka, and mainly hanging out a lot in the streets. He had a bad character. From there, he started cursing. He started arguing with me.
Stay tuned to hear their stories.
So we are going to watch in a few their stories. But now, Nori, we have Mrs. Linda. She's on the line. I have Michelle over there. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Bishop Joshua.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes, Bishop, we have Miss Linda from Kentucky.
So she needs a prayer for the family?
Yes, Bishop. She's calling on behalf of her grandchildren.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm fine.
I need you. Yeah.
How are you, Miss Linda? God bless you.
God bless you. I want you to pray for my granddaughter. She's on drugs, she's on weed, she's on pills, and she got 3 beautiful children. 3, 8, and 27 months. He's just 2 months old. Please pray for her before she get in some trouble. I'm 72 years old. I cannot take them children, but I don't want to send them in no home. But I need prayer. He said 2 or 3 get on one accord, he'll be in the midst. He said go to the elders. God told me to come to you and talk to you to ask you to help me.
Okay, Miss Linda. So your granddaughter has 3 kids.
Yes.
Your great-grandchildren.
Yes.
And she's on drugs.
Yes.
Let me ask you, how old is your granddaughter?
She's 32 years old.
Okay. I want you to tell me her name, and so that Nori can place right away inside of the holy oil.
Okay. Linda Mae Mishaw.
That is her name.
Yes, Linda. LINDA Mishaw.
Okay. Linda, like the grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. We are going to pray, but remember, the scripture says here, weeping may stay for a night, but rejoice, that is joy, comes in
the morning.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Help me and pray for Melinda May Courtney to get out my blood pressure. I don't want to have a stroke.
No, you're not going to have a stroke. Do not be afraid.
Yes.
God will make your blood count to be normal.
Amen.
Okay?
I need it. Yes, I got on 3 blood pressure pills. I want to get off of them. Through God.
All right. Miss Linda, stay with us. In a few, I'm going to pray together, okay?
Okay, okay.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Nori, did you get her name, her granddaughter, to place inside of the holy oil?
Yes, Bishop, as she was speaking, I did write it down, but I also wrote down the health issue that she has, which is high blood pressure, and I'm placing it here inside of the holy oil right now. We will be praying for her and for her granddaughter as well. And the same thing all the viewers can feel free to do right now. You can give us a call just as Ms. Linda did. Let us help you. The number to call, 1-888-332-4141.
Do you have more names to be placed inside of the holy oil?
I actually do, Bishop Joshua. Many people are calling the helpline already. We have Mrs. Maggie. She did call in. She asked prayer for her daughter who is having problems in her marriage. And she's also asking prayer for healing in her body. Mrs. Maggie, your prayer request is here inside of the holy oil. We have Mr. Robert. He is asking prayer for his entire family, for there to be peace, protection, and unity amongst all of them. We have Mrs. Wilcox. She is asking prayer for her grandson who is sick, and she also has a granddaughter who is not doing too well. She wants her to stay on the right track. And Mrs. Cynthia, she is asking prayer for good health when she goes back to the doctor. Miss Cynthia and those mentioned, your names are here inside of the holy oil. You can feel free to give us a call. When you do call in, you won't be prompted to many different options and you will not get the voicemail. So go ahead, take that first step of faith and give us a call. 1-888-332-4141. But right now, let us watch the full story of Mrs. Vermilye and Mrs. Ida.
This morning, police are searching for 2 suspects accused of shooting a 19-year-old in the Bronx.
He was 19, and one night he went to a baby shower into the Bronx with the older daughter, and some guys went to the baby shower to rob. You know, you give the gift card. When he was robbing the table with the things, everybody's in there. My son was like in a corner with his sister, standing up, and the guy shooting like that. He not looking. So my son got 3 shots and he got 1 in his abdomen. And I never fall asleep again from that moment. For good months, it's in my mind, I just want to kill the person and kill his mother. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it was in my mind. I just want to find them, or somebody tell me where they live, and I'm going to go and kill them. I was very angry. I was depressed. If I see my son clothes, I just break down and I hold on to them because it make me feel that he's coming back home. I did not work for like a year or more than a year. My boss said, you come in? I said, I don't want no work. I don't want to work. I used to put on a lot nice makeup, nice jeans, nice hairstyle, beautiful, and I'm look nice, but inside of me was sad and bitter.
I was already in the church, and my son was 3 years old. I raised him up. He was being taught in the Bible school. I was teaching him about the Bible. He had his own Bible. He was in the church till 16 years old. He was in school. He started hanging out with the wrong crowd. From there, he started staying out at nights. He started using drugs. He would come home in the mornings, drunk. He would hang out with people smoking marijuana, drinking pure vodka, and mainly hanging out a lot in the streets. He had a bad character. From there, he started cursing. He started arguing with me. You know, he became very, very rebellious. I spoke to him many times. I tried to counsel him, but we would always get into an argument. It was always an argument between us.
Put it in the channel, freaking Bishop Joshua came on. And everything he was saying, he was talking like somebody tell him something about me. And I found the church. And I came in the Friday deliverance. The minute I walk in, from the minute I came in the Friday, I walk in and I sat down and it's like, I don't know, it's like, I felt different. Like the whole world came out for me. Came Monday, I came Wednesday, I do a train of prayer, I don't know, round the clock. I forgave the guy. I forgave his parents, whatever it is, I forgave him. I just feel free.
And he told me he was high in the church. He told me he was high. After that Sunday, he started coming, he started doing his chains of prayers. He came on Fridays, he came on Sundays, and he started coming to the YPG, the youth group. And then he was delivered. I saw that he was reading his Bible. He was doing his duties at home. And then from there was a total change.
No matter what their children may have done, a mother always feels for them deeply.
He had everything going for him. But it's not like he went out daily and killed somebody. There was a lot of time between the first ones and then the others.
When you take one of my kids, you took my life.
When you were asked, do you know what you just did? You said, no. This is what you did.
The tears that stream down their faces display their powerlessness in the face of difficult situations.
I know the last time I took him to a park, there were some kids that told him he looked like a monster, so. And he hasn't been back to that park ever since. So I had to tell him, Daddy, sorry.
As much as I want to hate you, I can't. You are just a kid.
At this very moment, there are mothers crying in hospitals, courtrooms, prisons, or simply on their pillows. But there is a place where your tears will not be shed in vain. Only at the foot of the cross your tears do have the power to move the hands of God on your behalf. It was there that the Lord Jesus said, "Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children." Join us on Sunday, May 14th, for a special service dedicated to all mothers who have shed many tears. Write down your challenges and struggles on a piece of paper and bring it to the foot of the cross at 10 a.m. at every Universal Church near you.
Pastor Diego, how many mothers are crying? We just saw the case of Vermerly, whose sons were shot, killed, and she was depressed. However, she was watching us as you mother, grandmother, like Mrs. Linda, who called for the prayer. You are crying because your son, your children are rebellious. And we have seen nowadays many on drugs. Others, as she said, her granddaughter has already 3 kids. So families have been destroyed. But it seems like, Pastor Diego, that the burdens comes always upon the mothers.
That's right, Bishop, because a mother is a person who she carried that person inside of her for months. So a mother suffers more, she feels more, and she also carries the burden more. She always sees that person, no matter the age, as her baby. And maybe you, mother, you are going through pains. You are going through frustration right now because you see your son, your daughter, regardless of the age, but suffering, and you are suffering together. Nobody suffers like you. But let me tell you something, mother. You don't need to suffer alone. You can count on us. These people here are pastors' wives. They are ready to receive your call. You can call in this very moment. Let us know about your problem. Don't carry it alone. No, let us know the names of your children. We are going to take their names, the problems you are going with your children, and we are going to give it to Nori. She's going to place inside of the holy oil. By the way, let me see if I have here any mother on the line. Do you have somebody there, Shatia? Okay, what is her name? Miss Francis. Hello, Miss Francis. Hello? Can you hear me? Miss Francis?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Miss Francis, you are a mother. How many children do you have?
I had 3 kids.
You have it?
One in Africa and 2 boys here, but I had 6 grandchildren. And some other grandchildren I don't know about.
Okay. What are the challenges? What are the problems you are going through right now with your children?
I give God the glory. Things not as bad as other people. You know, some of them is like smoking and things, but they're trying to work. And at the same time, we're being blessed. I'm not going through a real difficult problem where other people go through.
Right.
So I tell God, thank you for that. Lord, my grandson just hurt his hand the other day, and I told him, oh, use some oil and just pray over it. You know, but I give God the glory.
Amen. Okay, may God bless you. I will leave you here. Are you with Shachia? And we are going to keep praying for your children. By the way, what are the names of your children so that Lord can bless the holy oil?
Okay, you want me to send it to you or just call the name?
Say their names, please.
Okay. I got Mustafa Harper, Blake Harper, and William Francis in Africa. And Mustafa Harper has 3 grandkids, and Blake Harper has 1. And William Francis, I don't know how much kids he has.
Okay. We have their names, and right now placing inside of the holy oil. Keep on the line, okay? Stay on the line, please. We are going to pray for you. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
All right. Somebody else here. We have someone. Pastor Ricardo. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. What is your name?
My name is Ernestine Rogers.
You are a mother, and are you going through any situation, a problem with your children?
No, I don't have, my kids is grown and old. I got grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Okay. What is your prayer request?
My prayer request. I've been going through with this problem in Mobile, Alabama for, I say, about 3 years, and I'm tired of going through the situation every decade, and I'm waiting for things to change with my life to a new place, and I want to get married, and I think there's something going on with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to do that, and I think that'd be the best for me. I have somebody else in my life, but I don't think people really want that to happen to them. I got told by people that they want things to happen to me.
Right.
And last time I got in contact with you, Pastor Bishop, I don't have to fear surgery. I like to die.
Right.
But God will with me when...
Pastor Diego, sorry to interrupt you. This mother that is talking to you right now, and any other mother, you are going to take a tissue, like a tissue paper, and I want you to dry your tears. I want you to take any tissue, any color. You are going to dry your tears like this lady that was over the phone crying. You are going to wipe your face, and this Sunday at every Universal Church, you are going to bring your tears to put at the foot of the cross. Now prepare 1 glass of water, because in a few we are going to bless this water. We are going to pray over this water, because it says, weeping may stay for a night, but rejoice comes in the morning. Rejoice comes in the morning. It may endure for a night, stay for a night, but rejoice will come in the morning. Prepare the tissue. Nori has more names to be placed inside of the holy oil, and I will be back here talking to some mothers that were in suffering, but Nori, this weekend, Mother's Day, these mothers that are having to testify, they are going to be happy, rejoicing, because God has blessed their children.
That's correct. And those mothers who are watching us right now, they will also rejoice because of what God will do in their lives and in the lives of their children. I do have more names of those who are continuing to call the helpline. Those of you who have been watching and you haven't reached out for help, you can feel free to do so. We have Mrs. Janelle. She is asking prayer for her children. She wants them to be blessed and protected. She wants them to be successful in their career. Ms. Janelle, we will be praying for you and for your children. Mrs. Ellen, she is asking prayer for financial blessings for her family, also for good health. We have Mr. Dwight Jr., who is asking prayer for favor on behalf of an upcoming court case. And we also have Mr. Patrick. He is asking prayer for deliverance, not only for himself, but for his loved ones. He also wants to overcome insomnia and anxiety. Mr. Patrick, your name is also here inside of the holy oil. You can call the helpline. You can send your prayer request through text message. You can leave your prayer request on the comments below. We are here to help you and to pray for you. And we do want you to stay tuned, because in just a few, we will watch the story of Miss Wandra and Miss Rosetta.
The moment. To teach you,
Mama.
to send you off.
You have a good day, okay?
To listen and encourage you. She gives her best, but most of the time receives the opposite.
This is the face of a killer, and that 18-year-old Isabella Guzman's alleged victim is her own mother. Police say Guzman stabbed Hoy 79 times before fleeing the home.
Do not.
Insults, rude remarks, and even physical abuse. There is no other like her. For these things I weep. My eye overflows with water, because the Comforter who should restore my life is far from me. My children are desolate, because the enemy prevailed. Today on the Showdown of Faith, Bishop Joshua will be revealing to you, mother, who your real enemy is, the one destroying your child's life. Stay tuned. This is a show you don't want to miss.
Today with me, I have many mothers and their children as well. And you are going to see that is possible, right? It is possible to show that God is alive, that Jesus is the same. Jesus is the same nowadays. And these mothers who were in suffering, in pain, but now their lives have been